Hello fish fools, Jeff here. So this is my 29-gallon community tank. And so I'm about to do water changes on several of my aquariums. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to clean some of the lids. All my tanks have lids and most of them have glass lids, like this one. And this one I need to clean because it's really crusty and blocking the light getting through. So this is one of the downsides of the aquarium hobby. I mean, the aquarium hobby is so awesome. There's so many good things about it. But one of the bad things is the hard water crusty deposit buildup. So my water is very hard. It's good for the fish that I keep. A lot of my tanks have, well, except for this one, all my tanks have guppies. But live bears like swordtails in here and platies and shrimp and snails, hard water is good for them. But even for hard water, my water is hard. Using the test strips, it's like off the charts hard. And the consequences of that is getting this super crusty, gunky buildup. So, I'm sure many fish keepers have that problem. I've seen some videos where people buy used tanks and they're all like chalky and crusty from like calcium and hard water built up. But this is what happens. It's like looking at like the hang on back filter and all the edges. And this is just one tank like that. I'm gonna show, well, let's look right next to it. This is my 3-gallon cylinder tank. I haven't shown this tank in a long time. There hasn't been fish in it in a while. I'm actually thinking of setting this up again and just putting some wild guppies in there, but just looking on the edge, that's all crusty. And this is my 1-gallon tank that I just set up. As you can see, some cherry shrimp in here, some Neocaridina shrimp. One here, there and there, and some Malaysian trumpet snails. So it's just shrimp and snails in here in this 1-gallon tank. It's a neat little tank. But just while I'm over here, I thought I'd show this just by comparison. I just set this up, so nice and clean lid. Then next to it is this 2-gallon tank. I've had this set up for a while. This just has Neocaridina shrimp in it right now, and it's just full with Java moss. I need to take some of that out, but you can see the just hard water stains from water dripping there, and then crustiness built up around the filter. And this is my 10-gallon mutt guppy tank, or that's what I was calling it. Now it's only down to 2 guppies left. I pointed this out at the end of a recent video, and I mentioned I was going to be going to my local fish store to get some new fish. Didn't get a chance to do that in the last few days because their hours, they close earlier. I guess they've reduced their hours during the pandemic, and they're still open later tomorrow, so I'm planning on going then. But anyway, this is one of the tanks I've had set up the longest. So look at the edges of this. A lot of crusty buildup. And it just, I mean, it looks gross. I haven't really done anything to try to clean that with the black lid. Like the glass lids are the ones that I do clean, but I should probably try to clean that up because Well, it's gross on the outside, but the inside is good. And this is my 30-gallon planted live bear community tank. I haven't really showed this tank that much, and I haven't really kept up with it much because it leaks. I did point that out in a recent video. That's why the water is low. The leak is like really slow, and I've basically just been trying to absorb it with these towels here. Because like the seam, like all, just checking them all, there's no leakage from these, so it's just this side of the tank, and like in the bottom, just water seeps through that, and I don't know why sometimes it just stops and starts up again. But I mean, that it's kind of just maintaining as it is. I mean, it could still lead to become worse. But I mentioned I'm going to my local fish store tomorrow, and while I'm there, there's a Walmart right near it. I think I'm going to try to pick something up so I can try to seal the edge there, and hopefully that will fix that problem. And then upon doing so, I will give this tank more care and attention, just because the leak, it's kept me away from it. And so this tank has like the glass lid's all chalky. I need to, when I change the water, I'm going to clean that. And then right up here, like where the sponge filter is, all crusty there. And crustiness. Got the hang on back filter right here. So that's all crusty. That's like, I guess that's how like stalactites and stalagmites form, just from water dripping and then the dissolved solids building up. Like even here is my plant fertilizer, and with like the minerals and stuff that is good for plants, even the nozzle is all crusty from like the minerals building up or whatever. But yeah, not exactly the funnest, not a fun video, the most fun video, but just it's one of the realities of fish keeping, the hard water crustiness that builds up. But yeah, alright. Well, that's it for now. And remember, I'm Jeff, and I enjoy fishies. Thanks for watching.